moving on, like I said, to the Lou Williams Award, Sixth Man of the Year. They really need to name it after him because I can't think of a better sixth man to come off the bench. Maybe you can. You go, dig in your archives. Some of the best sixth man of the year, from the 80s, 90s, 70s.
But you probably wouldn't know a lot of these guys that I would name, like Vinnie Johnson from the Detroit Pistons, or Ricky Pierce.
You talking about Microwave Johnson?
Microwave, or Ricky Pierce.
I know these guys.
From the Milwaukee Bucks, Seattle Supersonics. Players like that came off the bench and were successful for their teams. So just team, guys like you said, Lou Williams is definitely a staple for that. He probably should have been a starter a lot of those years as well, but he came off the bench and played the role. And when I watch this guy, he's just pure buckets.
Yeah.
So for someone to be coming in after that award now, they got to be showing some capabilities of a Lou Williams that come off the bench and produce something either defensively or offensively to aid their team and keep them. If they come off the bench and the team is winning, keep them where they are when he comes off the bench.
And this is also to be mentioned too. This guy came straight out of high school.
That's right.
It hasn't
from here in Atlanta. That's right.
Well, Gwinnett, but
either way, he's from
the
Atlanta.
north. He's from the north. But that's awesome in itself to like you said, nobody's ever asked him to be a starter. He just kind of carved out his role being that spark off the bench. And like I said, in the next couple of years, if he was to retire, they need to name this award after him because he embodies what a sixth man is. Like you just said, being subbed into the game, your team not losing, not digressing when you come on the floor. He, like I said, one of the smoothest scores I've ever seen hit the NBA. And like I said, he just embodies that role. But we got some guys this year who could take that award this year. Who you got?
Well, of course, the leading guy I see right now is also from the Utah Jazz, to mention them guys. Jordan Clarkson, he came from the Cavaliers. They traded him from the Cavaliers to Utah. Now he's benefiting Utah, coming off the bench, adding that spark offensively. And he's always been a good defensive player, but now he's adding that spark offensively, giving them buckets when needed. I think he's a special player right now. He's still growing, still a young man. So he still has time to grow. Eventually, you never know. He may end up being a starter in the NBA. But right now, he's my pick.
You know what I think has really helped him? I got to go back to Kobe. Kobe said he was playing light skin one year. I know you saw that clip before. And from then, I think from that point on, he has kind of elevated his game.
Because he did come from the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
He originated with the Lakers, then he went to the Cavaliers. Yeah. Okay, then he came to Utah.
To play in the NBA or really any high-level basketball as a guard, you have to be tough, or you're going to sit on the end of the bench, or you're going to be in the G League. And I think at one point he was definitely G League bound. Nobody had any real expectations from him, especially when he played for the Lakers, because you could see the athleticism, you could see the talent. It was there. He just wasn't tough enough to me. And I think him going from the Lakers on to the Cleveland Cavaliers and almost becoming a journeyman, and now he's a staple with the Jazz. He's developed that toughness. A lot of times when you see guards being drafted to the NBA, they don't make an impact, when they touch down. And that was his road. That was his pathway. But I think right now he's definitely the favorite to win the Sixth Man of the Year. He could possibly be starting for, I say, over half the NBA teams right now. But like I said, he will be my pick. I'm picking him right now to be the Sixth Man of the Year. And we got some other guys like Eric Gordon. You got Terrence Ross. Montrezl Harrell won it last year. He's not quite playing at the level that he was last year with the Clippers. But these guys deserve to be mentioned. They're still playing their hearts out. Still contributing, which is what a sixth man is supposed to do. Come off the bench and contribute. So you got anybody else you want to talk about?
No, that's it right now. Like I said, Montrezl Harrell with the Lakers, understanding that Anthony Davis is out for some time. He may return shortly, but he's out. So, those guys pick up the pace when it comes to filling in the role. He's coming off the bench. I think he adds the spark, and really he adds toughness to the Lakers. So he could be up in the running. Like you said, Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon is just buckets anyway coming off the bench. That's what he does. He's a scorer. I don't understand why some of these people's names aren't mentioned all the time. But even as 6 men, they could be starters. That's really what a 6 man of the year is about. A player that could be a starter, but's coming off the bench and provide starters minutes and starters numbers, but he's coming off the bench.
Yeah.
So right now, my pick would be Jordan Clarkson. But through the year, as the year goes on, toward the end of the year, we'll see who steps up again and that spark that comes off the bench if there's somebody else's name that we mentioned at the end of the year.